First round, or third round of the Australian titles at Dooen. Baker, key organiser. Now we're going to go for a bit of a look. The new shed. Old stuff. So it's looking pretty impressive. Now we'll go for a look around the track. Here we go, doing a bit of watering.
Make sure we get the door, KJ Baker.
KJ Baker. Now sleeving at the wheel. Oh mate, that's beautiful. The wine bar. Boys, Tommy.
No.
Sherry.
Seen all this.
Looking good.
What do you got to say about the event, Mr. Chief?
Shut up.
Come on.
Talk it up.
Talk it up with the club. You can look back at this in 20 years' time when you hold farts like us. We'll go over and get an interview with Sultana over here.
Sultana.
Yeah, Blake, band.
Sultana.
I've changed it to 540 because
Nando's bite. Fresh. Motorcycle jewellery. See bakes on this. Zuki. Yeah. It says front brake roll. Setting up the new shed, tanks. Kids are talking turkey. Look at Scotty, cool and relaxed. Mouse, the master of tactics.
Sweat on the brow.
The big gate. Looking off into the first turn. The apex is up there somewhere.
That was the original line, that's probably the shallowest line there.
Look from the back of the tabletop. The signage. Honda. Here we are at Saturday.
You turn it around, mate. Watching the Lamont track.
Do you want a racing line coming onto the start straight?
Get the team trucks in the back there.
We appreciate that. Guys, today the track is out there. No one will have a better advantage. No one's driven here for 3-4 months. There's no names there that have ridden on this track for the last couple of years since the rebuild of the track. So I'm sure it'll be exciting racing. On behalf of all our members, the Mayor and the Council have contributed such a large amount of funds. This spot has been honoured and just come our way. Very positive council. I welcome you all. I hope you've the last couple of days over the year we've had a great time. I hope you have a great day of racing, safe racing. While you're here, any time you have any problems with your bikes or cars, we have members in the club and we have facilities, workshops available. We'll help you in any way we can. Please don't be afraid to come up and any queries that you have or any of our members will be able to help you. Young things we ask later on, when we ask your opinion for the riders, if what you think about the track and how we can improve the next year. Any ideas are most welcome. Our track committee personnel will be coming around and just having a few words if that's possible. So again, welcome, have a great day, and a great day's racing, and I would like to thank the Men's management for this opportunity for our club. I appreciate that, Kevin. And I'm sure we'll do the right thing and progress from here. Thank you.
I'm sure you guys will the 3-year contract we look forward to coming back. On my left here, Andre Matheson is the Motorcycling Australia steward. Beside him is Neil Brooks. You all know Celia Westwood from Williams Management. Alan Halley is the race director. We're supposed to have Darryl Will and Gary Simmons here doing a survey for Motorcycling Australia. They will be coming around to see you today. It is a survey about Australian Motocross Championships. They'll be asking you questions with respect to, do you want to go to Tasmania, do you want to go to Perth? If you don't want to go, why don't you want to go? Please be deadly honest. If it's a cost issue or it's a time off work issue, tell them what it is. If you just say, yeah, we'd like to go everywhere, fair chance they'll come and we're going everywhere. It is expensive to go to these places. If that's the issue that you can't go, please be upfront and tell them. They're going to ask you what you think of the championship. Just tell them. You want to find out your back? Work it out. Now, if you're honest opinion, they'll be coming around today to ask you all. This information will go back to Motorcycling Australia and be compiled with a view of MA being able to direct where the championship goes in the future. But with respect to the Tasmanian, okay, first off, welcome to Gawith. All the juniors, your first rangers. So if you haven't signed on, split in the shed and sign on right in second. You better still better hear what's going on.
You're listening out here, we're not signing on yet. Sorry.
Let's do it. Well, the workers are over there, somebody's getting into it. Beautiful. Beautiful man today.
It's a good look. Before you go
Alan, who reckons the line's good?
The man himself, King.
Mouse, what do you reckon? Good morning.
I reckon it's going to be good.
It should be alright.
I've got my camera, I'll go and get it.
You want to lift anywhere?
We'll go and take some.
Yeah.
Just official, do you want to lift anywhere?
That was a beautiful speech I captured before. Lovely.
I just thought about it 5 minutes before.
Too good, too good. Alright. Here we go. Boys doing a good job here. Yeah. Bit of action in the pits this morning. Feverishly getting the bikes prepared. Young Ando. Getting ready for sponges going out. Well, Nick. Boys ready to go? How are those butterflies, Matty?
Haven't got any.
None, but good stuff, good stuff. The juniors ready to blast off. First one's to ride the track. Little pitch at the other end. Fresh machinery. Getting ready to blast off the first time around the track, the new one. So a bit of a scan to see. There's quite a few here. Attentive flag marshals. Looks like they're off the first guy. Just practicing this start. Flag Marshal. How's it feel, Scotty?
Oh, look, I feel honoured. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you, Scott. Okay. How are you going today?
I'm good, thanks, yes.
What do you think? The track looks all right?
Oh, look shit hot, mate. Born.
And the riders look fast, so it should be a good day.
Yes, an excellent day.
Excellent. All right, you have yourself a good day now.
Catch ya. Yep.
Close and personal with the Petch, the creator of the Petch's erection here at the back of the track. What do you reckon, Petch, of the racing so far or the practice? Not too bad.
Pretty good, pretty impressive, but just concerned that the boys are dusting up already and taking 20 minutes. Anyway, back to the main commentary box.
Rightio, back to you, Bill. Beautiful. Give it a watering done. Maury doing a good job on the hose. What do you reckon, Maury? Good day?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There you go. Open class having their first practice session. It's a good side here at Horsham today. Baker! What a beauty! Mass, beautiful flag waving. Oh, is that all you give us? Passionate or not? The start of the first 125 race. before the start of the open class in the pen. Boys are let out. They're a bit towy. way. Aboard with Matt Baker, race director. How's that, Matty, with the big boys?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Pretty bad? Doing well?
Mum, I reckon he's pretty good.
Hey, good start, excellent. Just getting up close and personal with a few of the locals. Here we go, up close and personal with Scotty. How was that, kid?
Here, mate.
Hey?
Congratulations, mate, to winning both classes.
Rode well, mate, did well.
Try.
That was good.
Oh, yeah, Scotty.
And our series leader so far, Dixie Anderson.
Hey, boys!
I wanted just to get in.
Hey?
I wanted that to get in.
I was just talking to lovely Linda. Start the second 125, my lad. one by one.
Like at the back, geez. He won it last year. He was like
I got a bad start. Battle for second. Lap 155. second board up. Last 250 race. Things in the world. Commentary, please.
That's the commentary in the camo race. You can see the main man is leading at the moment.
That's in Mouse's eyes.
I cannot see any Hondas up there.
No, only in third place. Where's Cam, Nick? There he is.
thoughts of the track here? It's a brand new circuit. We came here this morning. It looked like a road race circuit. It certainly has changed as the day's gone on.
I think that's all I thought it was going to be. It was stay smooth. It was really fast. It's a great track. It's something different. You know, a lot different than we used to. No, it was a good track to ride on today. Just lucky to get up there and get a win. I think it's close to Athens and I was close to getting Colorado and I got a miss today. So that's good. It's paying me.
Okay, guys. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you when we go to Dooen in a couple of weeks' time for the next round.
On behalf of Williams Event Management, Max's Tyres and all the team, we thank you for joining us here at Horsham for the fight.
Nice.
What's that?
Oh, just like you normally do.
Craig Ernst, your thoughts on the track here today?
It was great. Really sure it was going to stay a lot smoother than it did. Great track show. And having a track in Australia, it's good for struggling to get to
Congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you at Dooen for round 4. On behalf of Williams Event Management and all the team here at the Australian Motocross Championships, we thank you for joining us here at Horsham and look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time.
Connie, look at this. With wheel. Give me something I can use! He's coming to a bit of trouble there.
Thanks.
Mal, your thoughts on the day? Good, that's what we like to hear. Okay, mate, well ride.
How'd you go?
Yeah, good. Ain't too easy, photographing. Anyway, look, this is all on film. Matty likes it. What do you think you wrapped for the day, Bakes? What's your take on the whole thing?
Yeah, you did well. My take?
Yeah. Please, come on. A bit of dirt up your nostrils. Bit of footage of the boys relaxing after the event.
Well, it was a good day, wasn't it? It was. Just getting in the backyard. Good,
Makes you keen to motocross player.
I'm losing interest a bit,
Tell you what, last weekend at Easter, I went into French players.
Gav's forgot the race is over.
You must be joking.
Hello and welcome to round 3 of the Max's Tyres Australian Motocross Championships at Horsham. Behind us, the Roost rookies are out having a practice at their start. We've got a brand new circuit here. This is the first time the Championships has been to Horsham. The club has done a lot of work. The circuit layout is all brand new. No championship riders have been on it. They've kept their club members off it for some 4 months in anticipation of this event. Stephen Gore will be taking a look at the track later in the day to show us how the ruts have changed, how the lines have changed, and how rough it's got. We're going to catch up now with some of the winners from the last round and see who's in contention as the championship moves forward.
Here we are on the start line at Horsham with Darryl King, the leader at the moment of the Open Class Championship.
Darryl, you're here at the start line. You haven't ridden on the track yet. What's going through your mind here about the start and about the lap, the first few entries that you do?
The most important thing that I'm thinking right now is to have come to the start line with a plan. You know, deciding where I'm going to start on the gate and what I'm going to be doing. Where my competitors are going to be starting. You know, I'm not going to be able to control what they're doing on the start line at all, so I have to worry about what I have to do and how I'm going to get the best start possible. And I went up and had a look at the first turn before, and I think the inside gate's going to be one of the better ones, and go in there as hard as you can with the elbows up.
Without any berm or wall of dirt on the outside of the first turn, does that affect your choice of the first turn line and your start position as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the first turn actually goes away, like it falls away as well. So the quickest line around is going to be a complete inside, and it's just a matter of going in there, leaning the bike over, getting that elbow up, and nice and smooth.
This brand new circuit, look how smooth it is. A little bit of mud showing on top of the circuit, and it's in great condition at the moment. The track's going to get a lot rougher though. They've even got some hay bales in some sections of the track to keep the riders running a little bit wide to start some wider lines through the turns. The first rider over the 30-metre tabletop. That's quite a tabletop there, and a lot of the riders are really going to have some trouble. At this stage, the riders are just feeling the track out. They're looking for lines, they're looking for the smooth, fast lines, and of course at the moment it's all smooth, but it will get a whole lot rougher. Darryl Hurley, it's the first race here at Horsham, never been here before. What do you think of the circuit?
It looks good so far, so yeah, hopefully the dust will stay down today and should be a good day.
What's going through your head at this stage? Are you looking at the circuit? What are you looking for?
Basically just trying to see how dry it is underneath, and yeah, basically there's no lines or anything yet, but have to wait till I get out there, I suppose, and see what it's like. You don't know from watching, so yeah. You're looking for possible machine changes on your bike at this stage, or? Not at this stage, I'll just go out in the first practice, see how things go, and then make a decision from there what needs to be changed and stuff.
Peter Boxholm from New Zealand, the last round at Conondale, Peter won all the 3 races and launched himself after not even competing in the first round it happened, right up to 3rd in the championships. Peter, you must be still on a bit of a high from that.
It's pretty amazing, man. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I saw the points. I mean, 3rd place, far out, but I don't know, it'll be really, I'm just looking forward to getting out there again. I mean, it just seemed kind of weird at the time. It was just like, wow, you know, a bit too much to take in, so I just won't take too much out of it until I get out there and give it a blast on the Yamaha. It should be great.
And Peter, you've changed from Honda to Yamaha for this round here at Horsham.
Yeah, that's right. Griffin sort of worked it all out. Yamaha came up to me and they really wanted me to ride, and it was just going to work out a lot better with riding in New Zealand and Australia. And so it's a great opportunity, and I went for it, and I've always really liked the bikes.
So there they go. First corner, they're all elbowing now, keeping their elbows out, keeping wide, rushing into the first turn. Oh, we have a big crash in the first turn, a couple of guys over the top of one another, but they're okay, fortunately. It's all good. Another crash a little bit later in the first turn as well. One rider's gone down very heavily in this straightaway. Oh, this rider's down. It's quite a serious situation just here. And we're getting an official over there at the moment to get that sorted out. But back to the racing, and Peter Boxholm is certainly, I think he's even starting to stretch that lead out just a little bit more over Troy Doran. Although Troy's still pushing hard, probably settling in from Troy's point of view now, watching what Peter's doing, watching his lines, seeing where he's grabbing traction, and just trying to pick up little bits, little tents in every part of the track, every corner of the track, to maybe gap him back again. And Mitchell Hode, let's face it, hasn't dropped too far back in 3rd place. He's looking quite comfortable at this stage. Okay, last lap through, we had Peter Boxholm with a 5-second gap. We've just taken it and it's remained the same. So it's interesting that he's consolidated his speed. He pulled out a little bit. But now we're seeing Mitchell Hode really starting to push up. You can see Mitchell over the jump, keeps himself low, keeps that front wheel down to land, and he's quite aggressive with his jumping technique there. You can see he has Troy Doran inside, so he's pushing really hard to try to get onto him. The gap between 3rd place and 4th place, back to Aaron Klanjak, is now 13 seconds. So it's quite a big gap from 3rd to 4th. And we can see that there'll be nothing happening as far as changing those first 3 place setters unless there's an accident out there. But a 30-minute race is long, and Kevin, a lot of things can happen over 30 minutes, but at this stage, the first 3 have really settled down to a bit of a freight train, and it doesn't look like too much is going to change. Yeah, certainly one race can lose that. Broxholm, because the new point system, is a 5 or 7 second point gap to the leader, so more of an advantage. So it really is helping him close that gap up on Dooen and also Michael Constantine in the championship.
That's right, it's very, very tight now, and it's very, very important that these guys think about leading or being near the lead, because there is such a gap from first to second place. It really does make a big difference to lead the race.
It's Peter Broxholm, though, who has been the sensation here today, Stephen Gall. We saw him qualify. I remember we didn't have him in the program. He was a late arrival to Conondale at round 2. We had no idea who this guy was. We just knew he was fast. But by the time the first moto came round, everyone knew who Peter Broxholm was.
They certainly did, and they're remembering very, very well at the moment. And it was really good for me after the first round. I went up to interview him, and he was just so casual, so nonchalant. Oh yeah, I've won the race, big deal. And look at him, he's out there winning again.
Yeah, he certainly is putting in a great run. Great vision as he comes through the Spy turn. And Peter Broxholm, out of New Zealand, it's the second time to the Australian Championships, currently running third in this series. He's putting in a great run. He came out here a few years ago, Steve, and rode a couple of Victorian titles, and he was nowhere. He's gone home and done a lot of homework. Now he's leading the Australian titles.
Yeah, well, he should be happy, and that homework that he did is certainly paying off for him, because he's showing these guys around the track very successfully.
Well, with Yamaha's lead rider going out, we're going to see him come across and take the checkered flag. Yamaha would have to be happy with the pickup of Broxholm as he goes through and takes out the lead and the win in this race. That's fantastic stuff from Broxholm. Second place coming around, Troy Dooen on bike number 2. He's going to put in a good run, so Troy Dooen has come through. And third place, we're looking for the Suzuki Machine 24. Mitchell Hode, what a fantastic race, Gawith.
Craig Anderson currently running second in the Australian Open Championships at this stage. Craig, I've just heard that you've possibly got a lucrative deal to ride in America.
Maybe, yeah, it's not 100% yet, but it's pretty close, and I'm in with a good chance. So, no, it's been my goal ever since I started racing to race in America or Europe. And opportunities popped up, and it's really hard to let go. So I'm really looking forward to it if I get the deal.
Craig, everyone's keen to know who is it with.
Well, I want to keep that a bit of a secret for a while. You know, it's a bad thing. You know, leaving halfway through the year, but it's come up, and you know, I really think I've got to take it. And you know, I can't thank Jeff enough for maybe letting me out of my contract. I'm not sure if he's going to let me at this stage, but if he does, and that'd be a big help for me and Katrina. You know, we both go over and give it 100% for 6 months, and if everything comes off, hopefully I'll have a ride the next year. But it's a big call, but no, I'm ready for the big call. I'm ready to go.
So a childhood dream might come true.
Maybe, yeah. You know, I keep missing the boat every other year. You know, and in the '98 I had a sore knee, and I probably would have had an opportunity to go somewhere then, but that didn't happen. So I missed that boat. And then Andrew Chatham Burner went last year, and I missed that boat. So I don't want to miss another one.
Well, I hope it can work out well for you.
Yeah. Thanks, start, Steve. Thanks.
5 second board about to drop the gate for the Pro Open. Looking nice and tightly on Daryl King, see what sort of start he gets. But it's a great start from Craig Anderson on the KTM machine, the 540 KTM, bike number 2, Craig Anderson. Steve, he's won all the previous 2 rounds, the 30-minute motos, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes today.
Yeah, his fitness is quite good, even though he still says he's working on his fitness, but it still seems to be working well for him. So it's good to see. He's out there again, got a nice little lead at the start.
Well, Craig Anderson now coming under immense pressure from Shane King. The ding-dong battle. Shane King wants to draw some blood here and grab a moto win as he comes up. Tries to go around the outside, but Anderson keeps it strong. There's a ding-dong battle up front. Steve, both on the KTM team, does that make any difference at this stage?
I don't think it does. They're both trying really, really hard. They've both got nearly identical bikes, just little personal setup changes from one bike to the other. And you can see Daryl's working the inside line there, trying to get around the corner and underneath Ando, but look here, he's just really wide, squaring the turn off, trying to get up the inside. Here he goes, drives down the inside of Craig Ando and put the bike right in front of him. Almost took his front wheel out there.
Well, it is Shane King who leads the way from Craig Anderson. They have a look at each other. So King now, and he's going to know that his brother Daryl's going to be coming on strong. So if he's going to do something, he's got to get the width down now.
That's right. He knows Daryl comes on strong later on. It's happened in all the other races so far that Daryl's come in late in the race and charged past these guys at the front. So Shane's going to be out there trying really hard, but I know Ando won't let him go. He's pushing really hard now. Look, jumping up the inside. Shane King and back into the lead.
Unbelievable stuff. The lead changes twice in one turn. This is the kind of racing we experienced at Conondale. And we can see the freight trains moving up, but those two guys out front, that is a cracker pace in this 30-minute moto. Well, it certainly is a big race between bike number 32, King, and bike number 3. Cameron Taylor's lost the roll-off. You can see the roll-off ribbon coming behind, so another rider that's not going to get clear vision. So have a look at him now as he comes up. Tries to get a line round King. We know he's got no more clear vision, so he wants to keep away from that back wheel steam, so he's got to get around him pretty quick.
That makes it really hard. Also works on the psychology at the time. He's trying really, really hard here to get past Shane King, but he knows he's got to keep away so that roost doesn't get him in the goggles and fill in his side. He can't see, well, you have to slow down. It's very hard to put your hand up there and wipe it off with your gloves.
Yeah, very difficult. He's got to hang on to the bars all the way. Looks to go around the outside. Cameron Taylor cuts back to the inside. Can he get the drive as he goes up there? Gets past King. So Cam Taylor now in second place. Going back and forth though, Daryl King also starting to move up.
Yeah, we're in that last 10-minute bracket now, so it's very, very important that Daryl gets back and passes Cam Taylor. As we can see, he's pushing really, really hard to get by him. Oh, here he goes on the outside. Not going to quite get that into this first corner here. You can see the switch has been turned. Daryl King has just seen that he's got maybe 10 minutes to go. Cam Taylor's in front. He needs that position, so he's trying really hard at this stage.
Well, it's a great race there at the moment for that second place. Cam Taylor will know that King has found another gear in that Yamaha machine, putting the pressure right on him. It'll be interesting to see whether Taylor's got anything left.
Yes, it will be. I personally think that Daryl's going to have the experience to get by Cam. Cam's pushing really, really hard, probably used quite a lot of energy to get away from Daryl. And unfortunately, this is what's so good about Daryl, unfortunate for the other competitors, that he stores that energy, and when he wants it, he just comes out with it. That experience works for him every time.
Well, he certainly does it well. He flies into here on the Saturday, out on the Sunday, back to New Zealand, does all his training and preparation over there. A happy father last year of 2 young twin girls, so another element into his racing. But when he's on the track, there's only one job in hand, and that is to get past Cam Taylor at the moment. Lap traffic ahead of Cam Taylor now. They'll come around to a blue flag section. Cameron Taylor's got to get through on these guys fairly quickly, otherwise it's going to enable King as they go through Europcar. King, the bike steps sideways. Both of them go underneath the lap riders. Craig Anderson's way out in front, but Cam Taylor now has the mission in hand. He's certainly moving around a lot, and if he's going to have a chance to do it, he has only got around about half a lap to go. Anderson's way out in front. He's got the race wrapped up, but this is where the battle is. Cam Taylor repositions himself as he comes down. Cameron Taylor gets the drive. Can he get up the inside? He has. That's a drag race into the turn. Cam Taylor goes underneath DK Daryl King, so a ding-dong battle as they go through. It is Cam Taylor aboard the O'Neill Honda. Daryl King looks for a line around. Another lap rider coming into it. Cam Taylor gets the drive down. An impressive ride from Cam Taylor.
Daryl King's starting to make a few little mistakes in that turn before. You can see he's trying really hard. He's got the power down. He's trying as hard as he can. There's only a few more corners to go now, and Cam Taylor's pulled away a little bit of a gap. I find it hard to see that he'll get him, but is Craig Anderson about to take the checkered flag, cruises over there with his hands in the air. He's pumped. He's happy. He's about to get more points now. Let's go back now and see what's going to happen as the bikes and Cam Taylor grabs second place. I'm sure Daryl King will be quite disappointed with that. Now let's look back now to see who's come over the line after that. There's quite a gap waiting for fourth place, and there it is, Jay Marmot over in fourth place.
It was a good race with Daryl King. You got back to second at the end.
Yeah, I was happy with that. I much prefer to finish in front of a battle than behind it, that's for sure. And the roost was unbelievable. It was the most pain I've had. I was literally yelling out in pain, like when the rock side just had to get back in front of him.
Well, speaking about that roost, you lost your tear-offs early in the race. Your roll-offs went off. It was like a dunny roll hanging behind you. And then I was saying on the commentary how tough it would have been for you to see.
I was, because Shane King threw a big rock up over here, and as big as my fist, and lucky to hit me in the side, not the face, otherwise I think I would have been unconscious. But it just smashed it off, and so they were flapping around, I ripped that off, and yeah, so it was actually quite tough to make out the little lines in the track, so I was pretty happy in the end.
Well, great start there from Paul Grant on bike number 44. Very fast out of the gate was Granty. 67 was a great flying start as well. One of the local riders. We're looking to see at the back of the pack here now, but as they head up the back, it was Paul Grant who got the flying start. Granty's been around a long, long time, Stephen.
Very experienced rider, and he's really performed well over the years. It's good to see him up there at the pointy end of the field here.
Paul Grant is who leads the way. Around the turn, bike number 18, mixing it up in there, that is Kristen Horwood on the Husqvarna machine. So a great start to Horwood. Can't see Broxhome in amongst the start, or Troy Doran, our two favoured riders. There's Doran now, goes around the outside, puts himself into second place. So Troy Doran's going very well. Actually, he picks himself up out of that first start. Stephen Gore, they are really putting the power down.
They certainly are. Here's Troy Doran trying really hard to grab the advantage early in the race and sweep around the outside. And now he's looking the inside there of Paul Grant. Paul got balked a little bit on the rut there and allowed another rider underneath him. But then he's sweeping around the outside again. Never gives up, Doz.
Yeah, Troy Doran is a absolute professional around the outside. Can Troy Doran get the drive? Not quite. Still Paul Grant who holds the position at the moment. Out around the outside goes Dozza. Up over the big Honda tabletop. Troy Doran goes through Honda turn beautifully. Now second place there, 39, the youngster from Gippsland. Maffrey and Gippsland, Shane Watts territory. In fact, Adrian Parr it is on the KTM on the machine, comes down through the left-hand, very ruddy part of the circuit through this shift turn. Cranks over the KTM and gets the power down off the A-pole. Alpine Star jump down into the spy turn. It's a very difficult turn, played havoc with some riders, but very comfortable in second place is 80 Powell. We saw a good run from young Adrian a couple of weeks back at Conondale. Plenty of air up over the big Honda tabletop.
I just took a time also, Peter Boxholm, Kevin, and we're looking at a 40-second gap between Troy Doran and himself, and also he's back in 30th place at this stage.
Bike number 7 is Malcolm Constantine, currently now in second place after the poor running in the first one. He's starting to close the gap there on bike number 75, which I think you'll find is Dean Taylor. So certainly having good fun. It might actually be Warren Smart. So Dean Taylor it is 75. Taylor putting some a real run on there with Constantine. So Taylor around the outside on the KTM, another young Victorian. They certainly are putting in a great run. Constantine up the inside. Mikel Constantine now moves up into that third place. So this will help his championship points at the moment. 77 there, Broxhome runs off the circuit again, so that's going to make it difficult for Peter Broxhome. We know he's very, very fast, Steve, but this race is only half the distance of the first race.
That's right, he's going to have to put his act together really, really well, but what's happened there, of course, he's been falling the first lap, his concentration's not so much gone, but his motivation, because he's back, is probably too high at this stage. He's tried too hard, ran off the track a little bit, and therefore he's sort of put himself in a worse position than he was before.
Well, we see Troy Doran, he really is putting in a great run out there at the moment. Looking around for Broxhome, we're not sure where he is. We'll get our statisticians to have a look at that, but Troy Doran it is on bike number 2. Here we see 80 Powell there on bike number 39. He's starting to come under pressure. Constantine comes into the back of the shot there. So the signals will be out to this youngster, young privateer, both of them privateers, putting in a great run at the moment. 80 Powell it is. We'll try and get a bit of a look at the gap between the two of these guys as they come into shot. There's 80 Powell, gets the air over the jump, waiting to see where Constantine is. Last lap board is out.
Okay, that last lap board's out. It's going to be easy for him now. Mikel would have got that board as well as Adrian, and they're all going to settle in now. I can't see that Adrian can get back Mikel, but you never know. But the big loser this particular race is, of course, Peter Boxholm. It's a sad situation for him to fall in that first lap, but that'll probably bring him out even more determined in the next race.
It's also very important, you know, we talk about how critical the start is, and then you look at Daryl King, who doesn't always rush the start, but yet comes through. So a hard call for Broxholm, but he'll be back up again. Troy Dooen, though, leads the way. What a sensational job Doz is doing.
He's doing a good job, and pretty well the job that we expect from Troy. You know, he's very, very experienced. He's a veteran of this particular class, and if he's not going to do it out there like this, no one will.
Bike number 2 for Team O'Neill Honda. Troy Dooen puts in a great run here at the Victorian round of the Motocross Championships. The Honda certainly is handling well. Comes round through the shift turn. Underneath another lap rider, so Dooen is putting it together oh so smoothly. Troy Dooen aboard bike number 2 through the spy turn. He really is getting plenty of traction on the bike. The gap is 4 seconds. Nearly 5 seconds, 4.5, so McCall closing it up, but Steve Doz knows there's not much left. He really's just got to take it home.
That's right, just cruise through to the finish, not use any extra energy. They've only got a small gap now between this race and the next race, and they're straight back out there again. So he's just consolidating, where McKell is probably putting in that last-minute dash and trying his extra little bit to get close. Here we come over the checkered flag now. Troy Dooen taking the checkers. A great race.
Great race to Troy Dooen. Next one through should be Mikhail Constantin. Comes through there, takes out second place. Then we go back to 80 Pal in third place. A great run from 80 Pal. Steve, the format now is that the riders go back to the waiting zone. From when Troy Dooen went over the line, the stopwatch started. In 6 minutes, the gate drops again, ready or not. Pretty demanding stuff.
At Horsham, the organiser put some hay bales on the inside of the circuit. This is designed to try to keep the riders a little bit wide so we can form more lines throughout the day. Otherwise, they'll all go to the inside and form one rut. This will form many ruts as the day progresses, and therefore closer racing because there's more lines available. Off and running into the first turn. It's really bunching the first turn as usual. They're all diving from the inside line because that's the fast line round the corner.
Cam Sinclair looked like on bike number 25, went in there very well. Who's come out is anybody's guess. It's a big bunch of riders here. And this 1-2-5, do or die, third moto. It's Broxholm, Peter Broxholm. What a fantastic start. 77. Well, Steve, from 0 to hero again.
Yeah, here he goes again. Let's see if he can pull away like he did before.
On bike number 77 it is. Peter Broxholm out of New Zealand on the Griffin Yamaha. Heads up into the left-handed off-camber for KTM Sports Motorcycles. This is fantastic action coming your way. Back down in towards the Yamaha. Off-camber, drops over the right-hand turn, switches it back down there through the Suzuki turn, and off the big drop-off. The track, Steve, certainly has changed from the smooth surface we've seen early today.
Very slippery in sections now, very choppy in sections as well. Peter's pulled out a 5-second gap already in this race. He's really stretched that 5 seconds out, and there's Troy Dooen in second place, pushing very hard.
Oh, Dooen actually, I think it is in third place. 25, it is Cam Sinclair. Oh, Broxholm's thrown it away. Peter Broxholm's put it down. Very difficult position for Broxholm. He's put it down, tried too hard. So now it is Sinclair who leads the way. Broxholm gets going, and he'll be back in around about 16th place, so he's out of the points. Disappointing for him, very disappointing for Broxholm through Honda turn. But the local, Cam Sinclair on 25. What an absolute fantastic performance. What would he be thinking? A youngster only got in late into the entries and now he's leading.
He'd be pretty psyched up at the moment. Himself out there in front of all the other guys. He's really going to be pressuring himself.
McCulley's still going very strong. He's clearly blocked out the pain. He really has been hungry for this championship. He's had to earn every position in the championship via qualifying. So he's done another 15 minutes already over Troy Dooen out there. So conditioning is important. He did the ankle injury in that first qualifying, so he carried it through the 30-minute moto, the first of the 15-minute motos, and now again. So he really is showing some willpower out there at the moment.
His fitness must be excellent because, like you said, every race he has to qualify before the 30-minute. then the two 15-minute back-to-back races. So he's showing that he has excellent on-bike fitness out there.
Certainly has. There's Troy Dooen, your race leader, down through into the spy turn. Dooen would know he's there. He knows that there's extra points to the lead, so no sense overdoing it. The track's changing conditions. We're very fortunate with a bit of cloud cover, Steve, that we're not sapping the last bits of moisture out of the track. So interesting for Dooen. There goes Mikhail Constantin in second place, bike number 7 through Honda turn, round a lap rider. So Constantin, though, he's still pushing. It must be easier for him in being able to actually see Troy Dooen on the track. Accolades to winners to Troy Dooen, who takes it out. Bike number 2, Troy Dooen, Mikhail Constantin. Third place to Smart. What a fantastic effort. Troy Dooen, championship overall. You're leading now. 2 moto wins today. Does it help having mum, dad and the whole family down here and being home in Victoria?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I like to do well in front of the family. They don't get out to see me much. So, you know, it's really good when I can do well in front of them. But, you know, it's good for myself. Put in a lot of work. So I really wanted to win a couple of motos. I hadn't done so yet. So, no, it was good. Also, all the Honda hierarchy here today. So certainly a good time to do it. Yeah, you know, it's good to see all the boys out here from Honda. And glad I could reward them with putting out the Honda on #1 spot today.
Gate drops. Craig Anderson comes out very fast. Cam Taylor also. Cameron Taylor grabs the whole shot. The Honda entourage will be very excited about that. It is Craig Anderson who leads the way. Behind him it's Cameron Taylor. A big bunch of riders coming through. Pick them up as they come back towards us now. It is indeed Craig Anderson aboard bike number 2, who leads from bike number 3, Cameron Taylor. Craig Anderson has mastered the starts very well, Stephen.
He really has started well today. Those starts are so important on a track like this too. When those first few corners they get bunched up so much, to get away at the front of the field really makes it a whole lot easier. Cam Taylor's keeping his momentum going. There's Cody Cooper in third place as well. Good to see Cody up here today and doing a great effort as well.
Daryl King just moves a position up there, but it's Craig Anderson who leads the way as they come around bike number 2, Motorex KTM. Craig Anderson gets the big air over the Honda tabletop and down now off the drop off. Craig Anderson with the clear vision. 15 minutes of racing coming your way, and Craig Anderson with the clear view. But Cody Cooper is in the Honda, has a look over the shoulder to see where King is. Comes down into the hard left-hand turn for a shift. Cody Cooper on 32. Behind him it's King. Daryl King on the Yamaha machine. Certainly the 4th race going very well here at the moment. Up the inside goes Cooper. King to the outside. DK we're travelling with the defending champion, Daryl King. Up the inside of Cody Cooper, gets past him on the tabletop. So now King goes into 3rd place. But Cody Cooper still trying very, very hard. The Honda machine seems to be kicking a little bit on Cooper.
It does. It kicked really sharp out there, but let's face it, at this stage of the day, Kevin, there's a lot of sharp edge bumps. I walked the track a little while ago, and there's quite a lot of nasty little bumps and sharp little ledges out there, which will certainly kick those bikes around. Even if they're set up really good, it still won't stop them from being kicked around.
Craig Anderson aboard bike number 2, putting in a sensational run at the moment. Very smooth all through the track, Steve.
Look at Ando, that's what I was just going to say about his smoothness on the bike. He's certainly a rider with just such a nice technique, and he really conserves his energy by being in the right place at the right time on the machine, and he doesn't use that unnecessary energy at all. And this is why it's so easy for him, because a lot of people say he doesn't train that hard, but because he rides so smoothly, he uses all his energy just so sweetly on the machine.
So this is a real battle at the moment. King goes out wide, Taylor to the inside line, gets the drive down, still Taylor there in 2nd place. But Craig Anderson it is who leads the way. Ando's doing a sensational job out there at the moment. Another change of position as they jockey through, come into the turn now. Who's it going to be? Cam Taylor down the outside. Under braking, it's Daryl King on bike number 1. The Boost Yamaha Senior. Around the outside goes Cam Taylor. Gets the drive down, but it's King who holds it on. An absolute drag race up into this left-hand turn. So this is where you're having a look at the ruts earlier. The track really is running up a lot in these turns.
Yeah, it's dug down very deep in that particular turn they went through, and there's two deep ruts around that circuit, one mid-track and one outside, and that curl right over on the top. And that's where that black clay is really forming some nasty little obstacles on different parts of the track, and also staying in place. Because it's hard, it's really firm early and then really becomes solid now. It's made it very, very tricky for some of the riders in those sections.
This is the battle for third place. King looks to go around the outside. Cameron Taylor it is, coming under an enormous pressure from King. Nice jump there from King, tries to get the gun to the ground early. It's Cameron Taylor in third place, King in fourth place.
King must be starting to get settled in here with his forearm pump situation. In those earlier races, it certainly was a situation where his arms were pumping up a little bit to the point where he didn't have any arm strength. So therefore he couldn't hang on to the bike. And just here he's starting to push really, really hard to bring himself back to Cameron Taylor. You see there as he sweeps around the Motul corner and into the first corner, the Yamaha bend, that he's just dropping to the inside there, trying to pick up a fast line. And through this section here, it's a sweeping left-hand turn right near the pit area. He's gone to the inside there to try to pick up a little bit of speed, but still back a couple of seconds from Cameron Taylor.
Yeah, a lot of work being done here with Cameron Taylor. He really wants to consolidate this third position.
Yes, and Daryl King is still moving very quickly, trying to look at his bike here to see what problems he has. It's really hard to tell at this stage. We'll have to wait till we see as he goes past the mechanics area next time. If there is an apparent problem, he may stop to get it fixed. I doubt whether he would though, because if he's riding this smoothly right now, it'd be really disastrous for him to come to a stop. He'd lose so many positions.
Well, Cameron Taylor will certainly be able to see him at the moment. As we go back and pick up our race leader, Craig Anderson. Comes onto the straightaway once again. This is the Maxxis Pro Open. Checkered flag out for Craig Anderson. Steve, while we're watching that battle there, Ando's taken another group of 20 points. King, so he's probably signalling now's time to go back into the mechanics area and have a quick look at it. Cam Taylor comes through in third. What a sensational 15-minute plus one lap. There goes Shane King. Cody Cooper in there. So another fantastic moto. Gate down once again. This is moto number 3. Anderson, very fast off the start. Craig Anderson gets it around the first turn superbly. It's the Castrol, the Motorex KTM, but Craig Anderson with a whole shot once again. All 40-odd riders through the first turn superbly. Stephen Gould joins us back in commentary. Steve, how did you go in the waiting zone? Do we know what happened to King?
Yes, he bent the right front brake lever just only a little bit. It wasn't too much of a problem. They had it fixed straight away. Oh, Craig Anderson almost high-sided there. The back end of the bike slid out and almost bit in and threw him over the top.
So had they replaced the lever?
Yes, they did, very, very quickly and without any problems.
Well, it's obviously worked, because DK it is up front. The champion, Daryl King, won the Thumpers and the motocross last year. He's putting in a great run. Craig Anderson, though, would love to make it 3 for 3 for KTM. So we're in for a big battle here in the final moto. It's King who leads the way. Anderson, who is now in the charging position. Can he get past Daryl King? It's the first clear vision King's had all day. He'll be wanting to savour that for the whole 15 minutes, Steve.
There's Anderson just squaring off that turn. A classic move up the inside and into the lead just before the big tabletop. Daryl King really had that best position, but he lost it very, very quickly. So it's going to be really good to see what pans out in this race. Cameron Taylor's back in third place, so it's the same 3 guys are up near the pointy end of the field.
Well, Craig Anderson, he's obviously got a mission to go 3 from 3. He's putting in a big run now. Round up through the arcade jump now onto the Maxxis straight. 3 races, Steve. The first time round for the lap scorers, it's been Craig Anderson out of all 3.
That's right, he's put in a great effort today. He must be really motivated by something at the moment because he's really doing a great job. But let's see what King can do here, because Daryl, for the first time, nearly all of the races is right near the pointy end straight away on the first lap. So if he can't go on with it today, it really boils down to the fact that Ando is just too superior today.
Yeah, well, you have your days and you Have a look at Anderson. He's certainly having a great day today. Out very wide, comes to the inside, under braking. King closes it up, but washes a lot of speed off. Anderson out wide, keeps the momentum of the big KTM up as he heads into the KTM turn. Plenty of action coming your way here. Round the outside, can King get the drive down this time? He is giving it everything, biting the bullet. Looks like he's gone under and down around the outside. They go through the switchback of the turns. Down through Suzuki, turn in very tight. Squaring it up that time was King, but it's Anderson who has the lead as they sweep back down into the shift turn once again. King under braking, up high on the turn. Can they get the drive? Steve, they're using very different lines to earlier today.
They are now. I just walked across the track and noticed that it's really getting tight. There's King running right up and actually pushing Ando off the circuit. Look at Ando, he's dropped back a couple of places there. He won't be happy. He'll be angry. He'll be coming back straight away.
Craig Anderson now back to third place. The boys are getting serious, Steve. This is the business end. The results in this race will decide the overall winner for the day.
It certainly will, and as I was saying before, with the track getting a lot slicker and a lot harder in some sections, the lines are very, very different. And in one particular area of the track, from the start, the first few corners, the fast area of the circuit, they're really sweeping the lines around there to maintain their momentum. And Craig Anderson showed us that when the last part of the vision was being shown. But here, on the other side of the track, where they're just finishing at this stage now, with Daryl King leading, it's a more technical side of the track, and some different lines are necessary there as well.
Well, in the rookie, in the 125 class, a couple of high-speed offs there. Peter Broxham come off there with Nicky Irwin. So it's very crucial in these fast sections of the track. You've got to pick your lines and you've got to get it right, because they are travelling with quite some speed through there.
When you crash at that speed, you know it's going to hurt. You know you're going to hit the ground quite hard. And if you hit the ground hard like that, it's hard to pick yourself back up. There's Daryl Hurley trying to sweep around the outside, as he does of Shane King. And Kingy's back there. The Shane King, I should say, is back there again. And let's hope those forearm problems don't create too much of a difficulty for him during this moto.
Bike 24 we saw there, that was Shane Boyd for Team CDR Yamaha. There he is once again, 40 on the 252-stroke machine. For a youngster, he's been putting in a great run. He's back there in about 4th or 5th place. So a great run from Shane Boyd in 4th place. So the Yamaha will be very happy with that. Up the inside there, having a look with the front wheel of the KTM, that was Shane King. Plenty of action here. The 2-stroke machine, he's doing a great job at the moment. A big battle up front. Let's go to 2nd place. Cam Taylor there in 2nd place on bike number 3. He'll be looking for some great points here, but Anderson, he's been at the front of the field. He's had the speed. Can he come through? Steve, we watched a real battle for the 2nd place last time, and the checkered flag was upon us. The same could happen here and work to DK's advantage.
It could. These guys could slow themselves down slightly as Craig Anderson fires up the inside of Cameron Taylor. This man is possessed at time. He really has a lot of speed on the track. And there's Cameron Taylor trying to square the turn off to dive back under Ando, but it's not successful. Ando has a very good line around this particular portion of the track.
He seems very smooth on the throttle control, Craig Anderson. Coming through the jumps in front, he was doing the wheelies over him, he was getting the momentum through, keeping it down. These guys can both see King, so he's going to come under a lot of pressure here. Anderson's been very good through this part of the circuit. The top end of the circuit really has favoured Anderson. King it is with around about a 1.5 second lead at the moment over Craig Anderson. Bike number 1, DK Daryl King for Team CDR Boost Yamaha. Through Suzuki turn, comes down over the Petchev moving drop off. It is less than a second is the gap. 3.1 seconds, but it looks like it's even closing. 3.1 seconds. The gap back to 3rd is only a second or so in that as well. So Cam Taylor doing a great job on the CRF. Should put it on the podium today. Young Boydie. Shane Boyd also going very, very well as they come up to the big Honda tabletop once again.
Where things will be changing a little bit now, Kevin, out there, is the track's getting rougher, more technical, and it actually would suit the smaller 2-stroke machine. And Shane Boyd showing that a little bit out there. He's actually performing quite well on a trickier surface at the moment. And it's not tricky in as much as the slickness of the circuit, but it also is very tricky as opposed to the bumps and the holes and the lines that they have to select. Shane Boyd's putting in a great effort there in 4th place at this stage.
Well, Gawley doing the mathematics here at the moment, Steve. If they finish where they are, King will still lead the championship by 1 point.
A very, very tight finish, and I'm sure that'll really push them into the Gilman round, the next round of the Max's Tyres Australian Motocross Championships, with all their fingers crossed and hoping that everything flows well at Gilman.
Well, there'll be 1 point in it for the championship, but for the day it will be Anderson with the spoils today.
That's right. Ando will take away the day quite nicely. And with a gap of 5 points between first and second, it certainly is imperative that they win some races here, not just be consistent and finish in the second and thirds.
Yeah, the new system really rewards the guy who takes the checkered flag first.
It certainly does, and it makes a big difference. You can't just work with consistency. You've got to win some races, and that puts extra pressure on, and it also favours the more experienced riders because that pressure then doesn't worry them quite as much.
Bike number 4 there is Metcalf, running in about 5th or 6th position. Putting in a good run at the moment is Metcalf. He's riding one of the 250 machines, and as you said earlier, maybe it's starting to favour the little lighter machine, the power displacement getting down a little differently to the hard soil.
Yeah, I think the lighter machine is more so they can flick those machines around a little bit easier than the bigger 4-strokes, where the bigger 4-strokes, where the corners are slick, but on this track, most of the corners have got a berm or a rut round the corner, so it doesn't really favour the 4-strokes quite as much. And that's where I think during this race, the 2-strokes are starting to come good.
He's running in 5th place at the moment, Metcalf. Up front we have 3 4-strokes, then we go back to the 2 2-stroke machines. So he's doing a great job at the moment. There is your 4th place rider, bike number 24. That is young Shane Boyd for Team CDR Boost Yamaha. He's really pushing hard. Last lap board now being displayed to the riders. So we see Cam Taylor in 3rd place go through. The race leader, King, doing it very well. Here comes Craig Anderson. There, he's in 2nd place. Daryl King leads this race convincingly. A fantastic championship race. So we go in tight with Daryl King now on the CDR Boost Yamaha. A win here will see him with a 1 point championship advantage over Craig Anderson. Has a look over the shoulder to see where the man that's put all the pressure on him is, and that's Craig Anderson there on bike number 2, the the Motor-X KTM of Craig Anderson. The Motor-X KTM of Anderson makes his way around up over the big jump. 2 moto wins in a second, a very tidy day for Craig Anderson. There's your race leader now as we go back to the finish line. Looking to the Maxis finish line here at the Maxis Australian Motocross Championships. And it looks like DK it is who takes a moto win. Daryl King takes out the moto win. Great stuff. Then we go back to Craig Anderson who takes the day and 2nd overall. We'll catch up with those 2 guys in a moment for a bit of a chat, but sensational racing here. What a sensational day. Motor-X KTM takes out round 3 of the championship. Craig Anderson has just been getting stronger.
He's riding very well. It was very competitive today. He'll be so happy to get the overall on the day and to close from a 10-point lead down to a 1 point behind in the championship. So I think he did very well. That was quite an aggressive pass in that last race, but that's racing.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Daryl King, a moto win here in the final moto. A very, very tough championship race. Craig Anderson has been very fast today, takes out the overall for the day. Only 1 point ahead of him now. How does that look going into the next round?
No problem at all. I'm easy, you know, like I didn't have such a good preparation. Drove too much last night rather than sleeping, so I just wasn't on the case today. And Craig, he was, you know, and he won the overall. So my hats off to him. The KTMs are certainly strong in the start, and you know, I had to push real hard in that first turn and going to that last moto. I think I was so hard in the side of Cameron Taylor. Both of us were nearly about to go down, but just stuff you got to do, you know, if you want to win a championship. And thankful.
In the moto before, you came down fairly heavily, just to the side of us here. You were catching up to Craig in that one. What happened there?
too much front brake and really hard shiny corner, you know, and I've got a disc on this thing. It's probably suitable for a road racing track, so really I shouldn't have run it today. But you learn these things, and you know, Craig deserved to win that as well. He's an awesome starter, and I have to play catch up more than often, and you know, I don't mind that. It's fun doing it, but I wish I can get my start styled.
Congratulations, 70 points in the championship today, 2 moto wins and a second. Fairly hard passing movers out there today, but that's racing.
Yeah, it is. You know, DK he's a strong rider, and you know, it was good to just sit behind him. You know, that's all I had to do, and I think that didn't really play a good part in his mind. You know, me just sitting there and getting the overall. But no, my fitness is great. I'm really looking forward to Gilman for the next round, and I'll be fitter again and faster.
1 point behind him now. It really is championship contention. The new point system rewards the winner of each round better with the 5-point gap. Obviously, that's worked to your favour today.
Yeah, it has. It's been a great day. The KTM has really hooked up out there. It's got good starts, and you know, thanks to my mechanic Denny Apro for giving me the right signals on the board and keeping me going. It was great, and you know, just can't say any more for KTM. It's a great team and great people.
Craig Anderson, your thoughts on the track here today?
Yeah, it was great. We all thought it was going to stay a lot smoother than it did, but you know, the corners are a lot different what we're used to. So you know, it was great to come here and have a new track in Australia. You know, we're struggling to get really good ones lately, and you know, it's good to have the club work so hard to get this track done.
Congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you at Gilman for round 4.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of Williams Event Management and all the team here at the Australian Motocross Championships, we thank you for joining us here at Horsham and look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time.